Oh my god, guys. I am obsessed with Obsession. All right? So, just finished watching it a couple days ago, and let me tell you, I cannot stop thinking about this movie. Yes, this is a review, but I'm also gonna be just yapping about my thoughts here and there. It's not a play by play, it's not spoilers, but I just want to tell you guys right off the bat, if you like horror, go freaking see this movie. And it's not even like supernatural horror necessarily. If you're kind of squeamish about that kind of stuff, it's more just disturbing and eerie and very uncomfortable in general. Like, oh my god. I really can't stop thinking about this movie. I was at work yesterday and man, all I was doing was thinking about every scene from that movie. I went to see it with my brother a couple days ago. So if you guys don't know, Obsession is about a guy probably in his 20s ish or around that age. He has this friend group. There's this girl named Nikki, and the main character's name is Bear. Bear likes Nikki, and in my interpretation of the movie, it feels pretty clear that she does not like him. So he makes this wish with a one wish willow. Goes, that's exactly what happens. So the movie itself is, in my opinion, an excellent movie, a real well crafted movie. I will say, probably, because there's a lot of hype around this movie. I don't mean to overhype this movie, but I was in the theater, well aware of all the reviews and everybody's buzzing about this movie. And I was like, all right, so I'm into this. Like, let's see where this goes. Probably for like the first half, I was like, this is good. This is good. But I wouldn't have said great. But I have to say, as I was watching the movie, I was just like, okay, so this is happening. But how are they going to land this plane? How are they going to end the movie? And that was really going to be my verdict and my real crystallization of my thoughts on the movie is if they were to stick the landing, that would have greatly affected where I ended up on my thoughts and feelings about the movie. And I have to say, man, they did it. I really feel like the ending was great. I loved it. I thought it was extremely well written. His first feature is apparently a YouTuber. It's directed by this guy named Curry Barker. Apparently, he's a YouTuber. I'm not really familiar with his stuff, but this led me down a rabbit hole of he's made a movie before this called Milk and Cereal, and apparently that got like some review buzz and stuff. People watched it and all that. But I just have to say, like, this movie's phenomenal. Like, from the performances to the writing, I've seen some people out there saying like, hey, it's not the most original thing. I think it was pretty original. Like, honestly, like, I don't really know, like, I can't point to another movie that is exactly like this one. I don't really know why people start with that. I think that, sure, we've seen love stories plenty of times, but, of course, nothing's going to be like 100% original. You're always fighting tooth and nail to try to fight and put your stamp on something or your fingerprint on something. And in my opinion, he really did it. I think it was, you want a movie to be simple in the best way. And, especially for the budget of this movie, I believe it was like, I saw on Instagram that it was a budget of $750,000. Like, that is really low. That is a very, very underfunded movie compared to like all the giant blockbusters that we all know and love. So, for it to not even have $1 million budget, I mean, this guy really knew what he was doing and he crafted something really special. And I have to say that Nina, who's played by Indy, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, she's obviously the standout. She was incredible. And also Michael, forget his last name, who played Bear, he was also great as well. I think both of the actors played their parts really well. They really lent itself to each other, and you could tell that their choices of acting was very thorough and thought out. And you could see in the movie that they really cared, and I just really loved everything around this movie. I love the side characters. I really think that like Ian, who is Bear's friend in the movie, they all work together in this same looks like a video shop. I really enjoyed their dynamic. I think that apparently the guy who played Ian, I think his name is Cooper, seems to be the partner of the director Curry from my research and looking into things after seeing the movie. They seem to be kind of a team and have done a bunch of like sketch comedy together and all that. And I thought he was incredible. I haven't really seen anybody talk about him online, but I think he added a lot to the movie. And I enjoyed kind of where the story went with his character. I think that there were some interesting things revealed as the story went on that I thought really added some interesting nuance to the movie that I thought was really well done. And I mean, I just keep thinking about this movie. There's a there's a mystery element about this movie that I think is really effective, and I know that all of this is intentional. You can definitely tell. Like Curry Barker is really great at crafting something very intentional and specific, and he knew what he wanted. You can see it, you can feel it, and it was simple in a great way. But the whole One Wish Willow thing, that was genius, especially because he, made it up and wrote it in the script and all that. I really enjoyed just this kind of almost like gimmicky device that felt like something you could sell. It felt real. It just felt like, oh, you could just get that right next door at Target. It's a very relatable movie and down to earth, and I loved that about it. I loved that it didn't lean into any kind of supernatural elements. I really enjoyed how it was just very grounded in general, and it was relatable. And I think that that was a strength of the movie, and I just really enjoyed the ride that this movie gave me. I was hooked beginning to end. I was locked in and like completely focused. I have to be honest, I haven't been to a theater experience that has locked me in a long time. I haven't been that zoned in like in who knows how long, because I was genuinely, man, like I'm telling you, the sound design. You're not ready for the sound design. I don't know if other people had this experience. I was kind of on the right side of the theater, kind of right next to the speakers, so maybe that was part of it. But my God, dude, apparently Curry Barker edited this movie as well, which blew my mind when I found that out. Like, oh my God, the sound design is incredible. I loved, like, the scariest moments came from sound, and it was like, boom, like, it would just hit you. It'd be quiet, and I know that's kind of a typical horror movie thing, but it just really got me, and I was like, oh, great heavens! Like, you could see things coming, man. And like, and once you kind of felt that, like, it wasn't predictable necessarily, but it followed a great structure. I think the writing was excellent because he really crafted something simple but interesting, and then, as the layers unfold, you kind of reveal certain things about certain characters, which was genius. It was great storytelling, and in my opinion, the most important thing that a movie should do is tell a great story. I'm a big storytelling guy, and I care a lot about that. And to me, that's what makes this movie work, is the craft behind all the camera and lights and acting and all that, even though the actors completely nailed it. And I don't know, man. I just really, really enjoyed this one. And I'm not even a giant horror fan. Okay, so for me, my background is like, I like horror a lot, but I'm not into slashers. I don't like just violence for the sake of violence. I don't like just gratuitous anything. It's just not my thing, But I love like an excellent story. And so I will show up for horror if it's a great story, and I typically seem to be right about that. Last year I loved Weapons from Zach Kreger, and man, I love that movie. I bought that movie. It was excellent. And to me, this is kind of like this year's version of Weapons for me, because Weapons, when I saw that movie last year, I was really in a bad mood, and I ended up seeing it and it blew my mind. And to me, this movie had a bit of a similar thing for me. I just was like kind of blown away. It defied all expectations, which I was really surprised about because typically a lot of movies aren't able to kind of defy the hype. But the way this movie kind of ends, I loved how many big swings this guy did. He pulled no punches, and that is exactly what I love. I love things that just treat the audience with respect and just go for it. And man, he went for it. And especially when you consider how little money he really had compared to everybody else. And he was able to craft something so much higher in quality than any other studio movie. Like, I'm serious, like as of filming right now, Mandalorian and Grogu is like out. And like I haven't seen it, but I can tell it doesn't seem to be like a great movie, and like this dude is gonna defy a Star Wars movie. That's pretty insane if you ask me. So anyway, I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to get on here and yap about this movie. I really loved it, really enjoyed it. Can't say enough good things about it. Really hope Curry Barker, has a great career ahead of him. I think he's someone special to watch out for. As someone who is a writer and storyteller themselves, I really root you on, man. I think that he's going to be incredible, and I hope to do something even close to what he's already done in his short career already. So, anyway, that's my review of Obsession, and I guess let me know what you think in the comments if you've seen the movie. I would love to talk about it. I think there's a lot to discuss, and I think that was intentional as well. And I enjoyed that kind of open conversation that he crafted. He wanted to kind of have a conversation about, certain questions about relationships, whether you should make a choice with a wish or whether you shouldn't, and the consequences from that. And I just really love the layers that he put into this movie. So anyway, I can't stop thinking about it. I have to say, this is one of the best horror movies I've probably ever seen. Like, go see it. So I can't wait to see it again. And anyway, so thanks for watching. Level up that like button if you like this video. And thank you for your time this time. Until next time. Excelsior.